I think more than 5 years ago, we can really now say this is Modi's India now.
You know what, Dave? If there was ever a doubt that this is Modi's India, there's no doubt now. The BJP and its coalition won about 300 seats out of 543. That's much more than what was predicted by the exit poll, more than what it did back in 2014, which was about 280. So, yes, a resounding victory. Now, what's worth noting is that this was meant to be a parliamentary election. It was about the parties, not about Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. But in a survey that was done, a third of those surveyed said that they voted for Modi. It became a Modi referendum. And what's also interesting is that we've not seen this concentration of power in just one person in about 40 years. The last time it happened, it was with Indira Gandhi. So, yes, it is Modi's India.
So given just the fact that this was a landslide victory, does this give an all clear for Modi then to deliver on some of these key campaign promises like cash handouts to farmers, infrastructure, the like?
Well, in a way, it is an endorsement for what Modi has done, an endorsement for his leadership. So the hope is that he will push through with his reform agenda. Of course, top and front and center, Yvonne, is the economy. If you take a look at the economy, yes, it is growing at 7%. It's been growing at 7%, but we've seen growth slowing down. In fact, if you take a look at the first quarter, it's estimated to be just under 6%, and that's the slowest in 2.5 years. So that is a concern. The other thing is its fiscal position. The market wants to see fiscal consolidation continue. When you take a look at deficit, it is about 3.4% of GDP. That's very high, which means it is very difficult for Modi to go on giving handouts to the farmers, go on spending on infrastructure, which is important if it wants to grow the manufacturing sector to ensure growth. So a lot of things to be worked on in the next 5 years.
As we were talking about, the market rally didn't last long. It seems like this has been all priced in. What's the outlook now?
Well, if you speak to the market participants, they say that a lot of the gains have been, a lot of the good news has already been factored in. And if you take a look at what Pictet is saying it's not buying into the Indian story. It says don't get into India. The challenges are too big. It talks about the lack of liquidity in the banking sector, for instance, and we talked about concerns about growth. So there is trepidation, so to speak, and hence we're seeing some hesitance now. We saw the run-up, which was tremendous, and people took money off the table after that.